Whew, I swear to God, Nigerian does not allow you breathe. It doesn't allow you take a second to even process what you're going through. This is why a lot of stories keep coming and going, because there's just so much. There's no safety in words. There's no safety in anything. Now, for those of you who do not know who this man is, this is OJ Milan, right? He is a man who stands for the rights of women. He talks to his fellow men, to educate them and to try to help them unlearn a lot of habits that they have participated in the past, because the truth is that all the behaviors we know today, it stemmed from somewhere. And those behaviors, as long as they're not healthy for a woman, we can unlearn them, And of course, his page always attracts a lot of negative people speaking, because a lot of people don't want new growth. A lot of people want to stay exactly where they are. Now, he spoke on a case with a guy called Pharaoh. He addressed a topic because, according to Pharaoh, which I've never wanted to speak on him because I just feel like it's a waste of my time. Like I always say, it's not a woman's place to educate men on how to treat us, but I digress. Now, he came out, this guy Pharaoh, to say that if men wanted to, they can take women back 100 years. Like, they can control women, that they literally gave us the rights to exist and breathe. So we should be grateful. And of course, there was a back and forth between him and Pharaoh. But you see where the funny thing happens. He never said anything to intimidate or affect his life or his, do you understand? But Pharaoh took it personal. I was thinking that a man like Pharaoh should actually be very stern in his masculinity, but apparently he took it personal. And instead of him to go to court to say, okay, maybe you're talking some ill about me, he decided to go the illegal way. And that being, first of all, he sued OG Milan at the start. And when he saw that he wasn't physically in the same state, he put his lawyers in charge of it. Now, Pharaoh gets all agitated and decided for the last few weeks to threaten OJ Milan with the soldiers. It was a lot of back and forth. And what does he decide to do today? He decided to choose oppression instead of the straight route. So Pharaoh decided to get some police to go pick up his brother, which, by the way, if we are not aware of our rights, it is completely, utterly it's a no-no. It's illegal to pick up somebody else just to pull somebody else out. If you have a problem with a person, you take your time and you find that person. You cannot go after family members, mothers, fathers, siblings, or friends, all in the name of pulling out someone. And at the end of the day, this guy is not running. His lawyer is already focusing on the case. So I don't understand why, yet again, the police, the people in uniform, are yet on the negative side of things. We have been oppressed for years, for decades, by people in uniform that seem not to understand what their rights are. The only difference between them and us right now is because they hold the pew-pew. They hold that, and that gives them so much power. And then I sit to wonder, what education do they actually have on the law? Because this is such a big case in a way, because anybody's life could be in jeopardy at this point. You have a problem with a man, face it by the law. Take them to court. Get your justice if you feel like you've earned one. But at the same time, while Pharaoh is trying to get justice, please remember how many things and how belittling you were to women. And please also make sure you mention the fact that you had also exposed a woman's body on the internet. Please do so. But on this case, I'm sorry, whoever needs to hear this needs to really take action. The police needs to be called to order, because we cannot, as citizens, we pay our taxes, we try to be law-abiding citizens, we do everything right, and instead of the police to actually be on our side, once a little money is exchanged, all of a sudden they lose all credibility. How many times are we going to go through this? From the military, from the DSS, from road safety, every day it's intimidation. And this is why I will forever appreciate someone like Very Dark Man, because right now he's working on a case, of how the police had somehow put their hands in the wrong thing and tried to place an unaliving on somebody else. And a lot of you are like, oh, let's not go deep into, let's go deep into these stories. Because today we look at it, we sit in our homes and think, oh, it wouldn't happen to me. And this is how the system keeps getting corrupt every day. Today you're sitting at home, tomorrow you're the one in the police custody, tomorrow you're the one they're pinning something on. You would think that he offended. Look how they twisted the story with him. Oh, he was owing someone money, or he was. So even if, let's say, for example, which he said he did not owe anyone anything, even if he owed someone money, you have no right to go after his family members under any circumstances. But my problem will always be, once money touches your hands, it now becomes a problem. And now, speaking on this same case, we have had issues. I even wanted to speak again recently about the boy who was unalived by the police. What happened? There's a pattern that is going on in Nigeria right now. When it affects somebody of power and value, and they try to dismiss the police from service, what they do, you see their faces. You see their faces like this. Once it affects somebody of elite standards, this is what they do when they dismiss them. All of a sudden, the law works in their favor. But when it comes to the average Nigeria, oops, we are unimportant. A few police unalived a boy who was begging for his life, who was already chained, who said he was going to reveal what was going on, and still the police paid no attention. This is what they do to the rest of us. This is how they deal with the situation. They come up and turn the police officers around. We already know what this means. What this means here is that, give it a little bit of time. People, you don't want people recognizing their faces anymore. You switch them around, and then you move them. Instead of dismissing them from service, you move them to another sector or another city and put them on a desk job for a while. And then when the time is right, when it's suitable, when you think Nigerians don't remember, you pop them out again. This should be illegal. The lives of Nigerians should matter more than what it is today. I want to go to sleep in the night and know that I'm not going to wake up to one disturbing story tomorrow morning. We don't even have time to mourn the people. We don't even have time to even speak about the people that were just released from Oyo State. We don't have time, because guess what? The very next day, there is another banging story. The very next day, half of our medias are not even publicizing these cases. There should be a law. If any police officer or army or navy or whatever the hell it is going on should commit an offense, they should be instantly dismissed and punished, and also their face should be visible to the public. It should be visible. Every single day, our rights are being taken away from us, and we say nothing. This is why, like I said again, I respect people like VDM, because he puts his life in danger every single day just to speak for the lives of Nigerians, instead of us to appreciate it. And I pray that somehow, I don't know if OG Milan speaks to him, I pray he somehow sends his case to VDM, because he actually genuinely needs help right now. You go from an online banter. I always tell people, listen, you want to abuse me, fine, no problem. Say whatever you want. As long as those stories are true, I'm okay with it. You can call me any name in the book. As long as you don't fabricate, I'm good with it, Please, we need the government to look into this situation. We are tired. We are tired. It's an everyday thing now. Our lives matter. A lot of them, they will say, oh, we have a new law that police cannot get into your phones and all that. When you're stuck in the jungle, or, on the express, in the night, who's going to stop them? Who's going to stop the police from getting into our phones and taking whatever details they want? Why do we have a curfew on our lives when we're already stressed? We're already struggling. Can we stop putting all these curfews? Can you stop giving people that are not mentally sane enough to hold a weapon? Can you stop giving them those weapons? Because I'm sorry, who would stop them in the middle of the night on an express or on a highway? Who? Is it you? Because you seem not to care. The only time the government reacts and the only time they care about us is when it affects them. Because we are peasants. At this point, I need to start creating t-shirts that says that. We are peasants. Because that's how you see us. Please, guys, sort out this issue. There's no reason, if you have a problem and you think that OG Milan is bad or guilty of something, go for him directly, not his family. Thank you very much.